that Emily girl. That's me. It's Stripes. Effortlessly sophisticated, horizontal, diagonal, vertical, pen. Stripes remind me of this specific time. For some reason, I think of Stuart Little and Nanny McPhee. They're playful, yet safe. I used this fabulous wrapping paper for my Christmas gifts last year. If stripes aren't cool, call me a loser.
Loser.
I loved that. I thought that was great. I think that was great. From the time I was too young to even know the taste, I've been drinking coffee. So color me oh so surprised when, after having the flu for a week, my lifelong espresso addiction suddenly disappeared. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. Like any addict, I missed the addiction. I tried to get the craving back one morning at a time. The spark and satisfaction of a warm morning coffee had completely vanished. It's a turning point in my life. I'll be able to point back to this moment at this age and go, wow, that's when I stopped drinking coffee. After 28 years. I know, hard to believe. Do I really have to switch to tea? Tea has always tasted so watered down to me. What was once only drank when coffee wasn't an option, I am now waking up to. Happy to have my Earl Grey. What? Try making a seductive song about that, Sabrina. Growing up, my mother collected things, ceramic eggs and teapots, both purely for decoration. For a short while in 5th grade, I thought maybe I would also start collecting teapots, which is how I have this lovely gem. Straight from Alice in Wonderland. I even hosted a tea party when I first bought it, it didn't go over well. It was oddly not hip and a cool thing to do in 5th grade. Now, almost 20 years later, she's the belle of the ball in my morning dance. I love her, and I hope to start my now very useful teapot collecting again. You were ahead of your time, 5th grade me. I think I'll put up a picture of myself. I know I'm not the only one who feels more seduced by Jane Austen than E.L. James. So I'm very much looking forward to this little Jane Austen wrecked my life. I can already see the slow moving from enemies to lovers descending of the plot is just enough Pride and Prejudice with a modern twist. I will be watching however I am able. And French is so hot. We love the French. I have a calling to do this. Maybe this calling is God. When it's ugly outside, I like to spend extra time making it beautiful inside. Try to take that, Better Homes and Gardens. And what better way to do that at the fingertips of spring than houseplants? This is so Martha Stewart coded. I've had my ups and downs with houseplants, as I'm sure everyone else has. Plant name, plant name, plant name, plant name, plant name. God give them strength. Sometimes with shows, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sit down with my morning coffee or tea and watch this show. I think this is type of show. Maybe you should sit down with your evening glass of wine or a shot of tequila. With the crazy that is our outside world, I have a cozy temporary distraction. Games from your childhood. For me, that has been Zoo Tycoon Animal Collection on the Xbox. I was a very cool 2nd grader who had a Nintendo NES, navy blue. I often played Nintendogs, Zoo Tycoon, and Cooking Mama. I would absolutely pay for Nintendo. This is serious. Nintendo, if somehow you see this or get word of this, please do us all, like approaching 30-year-olds, do a revival of the Nintendo DS. I would really like that. It's so chic. I can picture it. Little purse accessories for your Nintendo DS would be the thing of next fall. Let's aim for fall. Just in time for Christmas. Oh my god. If everybody's with me, let me get a thumbs up on this video. These are my 5 ends for just life right now. Etsy, Stripes, plants, tea, Zoo Tycoon. 5 outs. You guys this is groundbreaking, okay? Amazon, boo. Buying new things, ew. Winter, ew. most social media, ew. Rushing, ew. Like, don't rush anymore. I just recently saw this adorable person on TikTok, and they do everything extra slow. Like, it's not slowed down. The video itself isn't slowed down, but they are very gentle and particular and just thoughtful in how they move. And I have never been able to not relate to something so much in my life. I've always been a rusher ever since school, basically. I think specifically first grade. First grade immediately rocked my world. As soon as we had to start doing times tables, I was like, this is too fast. We're going too fast. We're going too fast. What comes next? It was probably just 99 or 100. I don't know. And I never felt like I got enough time at lunch. 30 minutes is not enough lunch time for me. And I immediately had to start rushing. And it probably really messed up my digestive system. And I'm trying to fix that now as an adult. All of my videos that I've posted and trying to start this little thing have gotten no views at all. None. Not on YouTube, not on TikTok. So probably nobody's going to see this anyways. Every morning, I have a routine of reading the art history little classes that you can take on Khan Academy. I'm almost finished with it. There's like this 250 list of art pieces that you should know if you're learning art history. And of course, one of their very first ones is Stonehenge. And everybody knows Stonehenge, but I don't know if everybody knows the significance in history of why Stonehenge is so... It gives us so many answers for the time period that Stonehenge came about. And that is, Stonehenge proves that we went from a nomadic time period to a Paleolithic, I think is the correct term for that. So basically that just means that whenever you see art at like dig sites and stuff, that lets these historians know that these people were comfortable enough in this one spot for a long period of time. They weren't having to gather what they could and just like keep walking around, you know. They felt safe in that spot. They made cups of tea and joe in that spot. They created trinkets and jewelry, and that tells us that the people that lived there were there for a long time. That is amazing to me. That is so cool to me. So amazing and so cool. So if you're an artist and you're like, God, what's the point in me doing this? It tells you that your body and your surroundings are safe enough for you to do it. And that is historical. That is groundbreaking. I think that's so cool.